Today, we're announcing something very exciting for Mello Coffee, which is a new venture into single-serve pod coffee. And historically, this is something that we have stayed far away from, not because we didn't want to do it, but because existing systems like Espresso and Keurig simply couldn't deliver on the quality that we expected from our coffee and wanted to give to you guys. For reference, a system like a Keurig typically brews at around a 1:23 brewing ratio, which just results in over-extracted and very watery cups of coffee. If you look on our website at our typical pour-over recipes, they're anywhere between a 1:13 to a 1:16 brew ratio to make our coffees taste the best. And to date, there simply hasn't been an instant or a pod coffee system that could provide that. Until now. The xBloom is a pod coffee machine technically because it does use pods, but there are several key differences. It uses a true pour-over pouring style. It has a built-in grinder, so these pods contain full, freshly roasted coffee beans, and it utilizes recipes that we've created here in-house. Each pod has an RFID chip that once you tap it on the top of the machine, it takes our exact recipe and brews the beans in the exact way that we want it to. So it's a completely different system from a normal pod machine, and that is what has allowed us to finally venture into this space. So if you're interested in experiencing Mello Coffee from a pod in a quick and easy way at home, this is now the opportunity to do that, and I hope that you guys are as excited as we are. So let's use a pod of dancing goats to see exactly why the xBloom is so special. The first thing that happens is as you tap the pod on the top of the machine, it loads a recipe. And that recipe is not some generic brewing recipe. It is one that we have created on this very machine in-house with this coffee. So what we are tasting is going to be exactly what you are tasting because it's using the exact same system and settings, meaning grind setting, water temperature, and as you're about to see, even the brewing style as if we were holding a kettle in our hands. So the first thing you do is open up the pod, pour it in, and we grind fresh. So that has used the grind setting that we selected for this recipe, and now it's loading in our pouring profile, which includes the proper volume, the proper shaking of the pod to settle the grounds, and all the correct pours, pouring styles, and of course the final brew ratio that we deemed tasted best for dancing goats. It's interesting to note that this is not the exact pour-over recipe that you would see on our website because this is not a traditional pour-over cone. We used a different recipe that was tweaked exactly for the xBloom system to get that same dancing goats taste that you would be used to in the cafe. And there we have it. Just like that, with a completely hands-free experience on my part, we have a manually poured pour-over with the exact recipe that we made in-house for dancing goats. So if you ever walked into a Mello cafe and you enjoyed the taste of dancing goats and maybe could not replicate that at home, this is a really cool system. And at Mello, we are always looking to have innovative solutions and explore new cutting edge technology. And this definitely fits that bill. And we're really excited that it has finally allowed us to venture into the pod coffee space. So thanks for joining us. I hope that you guys are as excited about this new product as we are, and the fact that Mello is some of the first coffee to go inside these pots.